Mtane Idlozi. I am Mpho Abadimu, the advocate of Idlozi, and I welcome you to my channel. And thank you so much for choosing to view this video. If you are new to the channel, I suggest you subscribe just after watching this video, and don't forget to leave your comments down below and also like this video. Well, family, we are moving from the previous topics. We are approaching towards the end of the year, and there's so much buzz and there's so much excitement. People are just excited, you know, that this year is over but this topic, or what I'd like to touch on today, is something of importance. And I think once we kind of understand this, because this has been in my spirit for a couple of days and I've been ignoring it because there was so much workload and a lot of things had to be done, but it keeps on popping. So I thought, no, let me come here and reiterate what needs to be reiterated so that we keep it moving and we close this module that we're busy with so that we can step into a new module, you know. So today I'm going to be speaking about prayer, umthandaza, ukuthandaza, ukhuleka, praying, connecting with your higher self. So one thing that we need to understand, that we are fighting a very big spiritual warfare. And because there's been so much ignorance and a lot of things that be happening, impi siyilwa from the back right now. But prayer is our biggest weapon through it all, because as umntwana, noma whoever you are watching this video, you need to be balanced spiritually. And mangithi balance, uyadinga ukuthi uphahle, uyadinga futhi ukuthi uthandaze, because both of these these acts of spirit, the spiritual acts that we do, they serve as important and they work together so that izinto become more lenient and easier uma sithi senza izinto zamadlozi. So before I move to that, I want to paint a picture for you. You watching this video, yes, I'm speaking to you. You maybe have consulted and have been told unezitha, or you have been prophesied in the church unezitha, but today I want to just give the spectrum around that. Izitha ziningi bantu abathandekayo, because we face enemies in the form of witchcraft, we face enemies in the form of spiritual attacks, we face enemies in the form of delay, stagnation. There's a lot of things that go on in our lives, right? Izitha zethu, we always look la phambili, kanti izitha zethu date back to decades and centuries. Uzothola ukuthi you are fighting battles because uzondwa umuntu owayezonda abazali bakho noma onenkinga nabazali bakhe and influenced ingane zakhe. So automatically labantu labo basuke baphenduke ini izitha, because abakufiseli lutho luhle, abakufiseli lutho olukhanyayo, and they do anything in their power so that wena ucekeleke phansi. We also face izitha in the form of friends. Friends are very dangerous because they come in sheepskin, trying to be closer to our lives. Survey your life. Check the people around you. Are your friends bringing light to your life, or are they draining the light in your life? Because if that is the case, you need to have balance, because you're gonna be feeling like amadlozi wakho are not assisting you or not helping you, or there's not enough light in your life. You are accessing, or rather bracketing, the setbacks in your life. Abangani bayasithakatha, abangani bayahamba bathatha izinto zethu. Stop borrowing friends' wigs, stop borrowing friends' clothes, stop borrowing your friends' money. I've also touched on this topic of money, ukuthi rather imali we transfer, you know, transfer the money and naye I transfer it back, you know. Abangani bayasimonela, abangani you go out with friends bakuthelela izinto eziphuzweni ukuthi ulahle. Abangani ukumonela umuntu for irogo olithengile emachineni nge-200 rand, but because it looks good on you, sekunomona lapho. Abangani bakujelasela because of the person you're dating, or you know, the successes you're acquiring. You obtained a promotion in empilweni yakho. Abangani, they are devious to a certain extent, but there's so many few people that have genuine people in their lives. That's how, let's say, sometimes when a person is angry or drunk, pay attention to what they say to you, because it is something they have always wanted to say. Sinezitha that we have exes, kunabantu buzana nabo, and they have this hold over your life, or they feel they have this hold over your life, or kunomona, or umuntu usitshela ukuthi yazi lona is doing better without me, because abanye abantu, they're so toxic that when you're around them or when you're in relationships with them, nothing is moving in your life. You find that when you're around this person, there's so much setback in your life. You don't have money, you know. I always say, in terms of that light, there is a bit of a clash in energies, you know. I think I'll touch on that when we move forward, but there's a bit of a clash in energies, and spiritually. So that person, you find until those matters are resolved, that person is toxic for you. You don't sleep properly, you don't dream properly, you know. Isn't this thing, you lose items, a lot of things, because there are people that come to us in the form of a relationship. Umuntu is there to set you back, or sometimes umuntu came with the intentions of love, but once they're in your life, umuntu abe no mona because of where you're going. I always say, akunamasonto asile kunabantu abazibiza ngezangoma abasile. You cannot be prophesying me ngisesontweni, telling me ukuthi umuntu wami unenhlanhla and uyozongisiza ukuthi into zami zibe right, because automatically that is the first step of witchcraft. You cannot go into someone Dumba and akutshele ukuthi umuntu lo muntu ozwana nayo unenhlanhla kakhulu, bambelela, or else you're going to slip it. There are certain dialogues, or there are certain terms, or there are certain, you know, descriptions we use to describe situations. Anje, no one survives on anyone's luck la emhlabeni. When you find someone that is compatible with you spiritually, it organically works for you, that when you are around that person's energy, izinto zakho move at a different pace. So people must not they should stop this spiritual human trafficking, because people are stuck in relationships because you were told ukuthi if you leave uThabo izinto zakho zizobheda, if you leave uLebu izinto zakho angeke zibe right, and you feel trapped, and you now are led to this trap of ukusebenzisa imithi, ukuloya, ukudlisa, zonke lezi zinto lezo. So we should be careful of those things. We also have izitha in the form of, like I was reiterating just now, loved ones. A person is coming to you every night, giving you climaxes every day. You are singing the hallelujah, amen. Mara mutukisira sahao hanyaki khubona uyakopile akafuna akajabulela impumelelo yakho, uyakuthanda mara inhliziyo yakhe inje ngaphambi kwakho. Sometimes leyo nto le iba inkinga ngokwedlozi, because amadlozi wanna give, wanna open, but bheka inhliziyo lo hleli phambi kwakho lokubrush intshebo, ukubrush umkhaba, noma akubrush ishiya, akubrush ilash, uthi uyakuthanda kanti the intentions are not pure. So sometimes we need to be just honest with ourselves, you know, be honest, because the red flags are always there. Zikala ngento encane, you know, when uzenza ngcono, then, you know. And we also have izitha in the form of our relatives. It can be siblings, it can be cousins, it can be aunts, it can be all of these things. Abantu that are just hell-bent, jealous of you. Anyeke sifane sonke in life. That is the reality we have to understand. But if people learn to be genuinely happy for a next person, especially when you share the same blood, isn't to become easier, because noma amadlozi eyenza anenzela ukuthi nonke nibe nekusasa noma nikhanyelwe. But if kunenhliziyo ezigobile kuba nomona, that is why uthola in most cases emindenini there is that mother or that family or that umama neingane zakhe whereby izinto zabo ziyakhanya and abanye akulungi, and it's not like ukuthi no, there's something wrong with the others. Introspection. What are they saying behind? So idlozi libona inhliziyo, like I always say, amongst everything else. Libona inhliziyo yomuntu before it can actually, you know, do whatever. Umenzi uyakhohlwa kodwa umenziwa akakhohlwa. You might be hurting your family members. You might be the one orchestrating ingxabano. You might be the one that is behind these fights, inkulumo. And your bitterness has led you to where you are. Introspection is very important. Introspection is very important. akekho umuntu odalele inhlupheko and akekho umuntu odalele setbacks. Akekho umuntu odalele ukuthi angatholi inhlanhla noma izibusiso zakhe adalelwe zona emhlabeni. Kodwa ngesinye isikhathi kunezinto ezenza ukuthi thina sizicindezele noma rather sizibeke at a disadvantage. There is also that. We have enemies in the form of colleagues nje. You know, you got into that company, you want to apply for promotion. Sometimes that's why I said don't overstay about izinto zakho impilo yakho. Sometimes learn to be private. Sometimes learn to just shut, because you never know. You never know a person's intentions around your life, you know? And we also have izitha in the form of our neighbors. We also have izitha is in the form of screenshots. And when I say screenshots are the most dangerous ones, because people are following you on social media or to just religiously. They are there to guard what is happening. People that are serving your life, people that, I must say, valence, people that know your ins and outs, people that are out in those social streets. You post something, but screenshot your pictures, they screen grab. By a screen grab. I always say sometimes I wish to just confiscate people's phones. Sometimes go through people's, especially the people we call our friends or the people we close with or whatever, go through their screenshots and discover if you are there and what type of things have been screenshot about you, because every picture that you've ever posted has been screenshotted just because umuntu looks at that picture every night in agony, in anger, akakuthandi. But you are there renting free on their phone. Witchcraft, good people. The screenshots are dangerous because buloyi bungata motu akananka screenshot alo bereka just ka sinepesela asibeyileng phone ya haye. Inhliziyo iyaloya ungdlula yonke into. We are fighting izimpi ezinjalo. You don't know where you are renting, you know. Awazi urenta kuphi. Maybe you're renting on over 10 phones or on over 10,000 phones. You know, those people have pictures of you. They saving your pictures. They screenshot the status, how they are following your life. But habarati, they don't love you. They just waiting to see your downfall. So yizo ezinye zezimpi esizilwayo noma your baby daddy or your baby mother ukuthi akunanjabulo loyo muntu loyo. There are people like that aba genuinely banenzondo ngaphakathi kwabo, you know. But before all of this, you need to understand that impi inzima inkulu. So prayer comes into the perspective that prayer is the Red Bull to amandlozi wethu, because uTamata noma God gives out ebusiso zethu ngokulingana to amandlozi wethu, and that is where amandlozi bayadelegata izinto zethu ngokufanele. So anything that you're praying or praying about or praying over, whatever the case might be, uTamata releases all that, you know, that or everything, and it is landed is engzotini in ezandleni zamandlozi wakho. So every time you connect with your ancestors or ucela, that is when you are guided, or then ubona ukuthi no, amadlozi wami ayangivulela izinto bese uyabonga uhlaba inkukhu and all of these other things, because kusuke kunokubambiswana, and that is a beautiful thing actually, you know. So when you pray, you are linking yourself to your creator, or rather the creator of us all, because ugogo wakho akazidalanga nokhokho wakho akazidalanga, but sonke khona la sibe yisiqalo khona. Yay! And masiphahla noma siphahla masiphahla sisuke siqhumana namadlozi wethu, that is a spiritual act in between namadlozi. So when you are praying, you are offloading things of the spirit to the spirit. You know, you are relaying whatever it is that you are relaying to the creator. Noma unkulunkulu wako, ubaba wako, or ubaba usmakade, whatever you want to call your God. That is what you are doing. You are praying because siyamthandaza, simdumise, simbonge. Because ngaphandle kwakhe, none of us would be here. Obuhlakani obukhona, none of us would be here. You understand? So izinto lezo ziyadeliver. Think of uNkulunkulu kunegumbi nje elikhulu ligcwele izibusiso zethu zonke. So what he does, uthumela i-Korea guy izofika ishiya izinto zakho zakini kini. We understand emadlozini wakho. So then what happens? Amadlozi wakho dispatch ama-packages lawo so that they can arrive to you. So prayer is important. Ukuthi, we secure those things, we protect those things, because amadlozi wethu are facing izimpi, or rather fighting wars that we don't know of, that are fighting wars that we are not aware of. So uma sithandaza sicucuzela amandla asuke alethwe umdali, anikeza amadlozi wethu ukuthi asivikele, asikhanyisele, asibonise indlela noma asisingathe. When we do that, linking ourselves to the higher power, we are doing that for ourselves, and we are showing that our spirit, we are alive within us. So I won't come here and say, Guti, umuthandaza, you must pray every night, you must pray every single day, because I don't want to lie. Repetition annoys me. Repetition is not my style. I always say, if also muntu that is very active, or that is, still finding your way around, take a day in a week and light your 7 white candles. Mina, I use Sundays sometimes because angisumuntu osontayo. Ngayilandelela indaba yenkonzo kuthiwa angeke nje ngilunge, amandla wami angeke angilungele enkonzweni, amakhosi noma amadlozi angiphethe ayazibu. That is so crazy, because when this dream came, it was actually last week. The first time in the dream, I was speaking to my lozis about this whole Jesus thing, and they gave me such a funny answer. And the following day, then the church thing came, and it was like ungayi esontweni, because we don't submit to anyone but the one that created us. Yes, revive your spirit, do whatever needs to be done, but you are bigger than that. Think beyond that, And I was like, So that is a message for all of us, actually. I'm not saying ninga sonti sontana funok sonta, but personally, Mina, I don't think I'll ever, be in that scenario or that situation. Spiritually, I klima. But it's important that we look out, or rather, look after ourselves spiritually. So praying does not necessarily mean you're a religious person or you're not a religious person. Prayer is important because you are a spirit living in this body, and every time you connect to the Creator, it's saying to umdali, you are sending a signal, ngisaphila, because amadlozi ahamba sizola ndipackage kampo, and umdali is like, uzolanda ipackage kampo lohluleka nokuzazi ayekela umfo. Kunabantu that don't even pray but bathandaza kayi-1 ngonyaka, but they get their things done. So that's why it's not about praying in tongues or praying or when a papa spoke. Hey, you know what? We hear these things, and don't be intimidated by those people that make you feel ukuthi awuthandazi kahle, or you need to pray a certain way, or whatever it is you are doing, ayikho right, or maybe ukhulume hey, my God doesn't speak gibberish. My God doesn't speak quick. I always say, immerse yourself in what you're doing, understand what you're doing, feel what you're doing. Into mayiphuma kuwe ngomlomo wakho makube into ephuma enhlizweni yakho ejulile, because umukhuleka, you are exuding all of this energy. Emadlozini wakho, yes, ungabhodla uphahle wenzeni, but for you to relieve whatever it is, that's why bathi prayer heals, prayer helps, prayer works, because prayer is an act of the spirit where the spirit being offloads all the issues zomhlaba to the one that brought us la emhlabeni in assignment to fulfill our purposes. So every time you pray, you offload whatever it is. Do not pray only magugu kuphela, and nathi singaphahli kuphela magugu, but makube ne balance. That is why ngithi thandaza bese uyaphahla. So if you know Guti, you still understanding isn't the spiritual, that's ketilanga, where you set up your altar, you are in the moment. Uthola amakhandlela wakho 7, noma anjani ikhala oyithandayo, because bathandekayo angisisangoma esizokufaka you know kuleyo predicament yamakhandlela. Mina, I believe spirituality is freedom. This is not religion. This is not religion. We need to be free in what we are doing. So, but if you just feel go, just get your white candles, just get your yellow candles, whatever it is. But make sure at least ukhanyisa amakhandlela wako. No ngoba ngase 7, but ushisa impepho yakho. Have your scented candles, have your sticks, whatever it is. Immerse yourself in what you're doing. Feel what you're doing, because uma ukhuleka ngokuqiniso, you feel your spirit literally leave your body, come back, excite, and all of these other things. And after you finish praying, you feel lighter. You feel the power that weighs you. It's just a beautiful moment. So invest in that. No good. Every on this day, it's my prayer day. Kunabantu abaseyinkolweni ethizeni kuyaziwa ukuthi ngeSunday noma ngelanga elithizeni kuyahanjwa kuyokhulekwa and bayalungela into zabo. Ake sizifundiseni nathi ukuthi sikhuleke. Prayer is important because the signals that we receive ukuthi we are alive or whatever the case might be. Uma sikhuleka, we make communication with amadlozi wethu easier because amadlozi wethu are able to link, because now when you have this data, data yakho kamoya is prayer, but data yamadlozi is meh. So there are different things. So it's important that you pray, because umukhuleka, amadlozi now are able to bring dreams to you. That is why I say invest in a book, buy a book, write your dreams down. Amaphupha akusiwona ukuthi unesipha unasipho isangoma sisangoma. You dream because you are alive. And amaphupho are like your navigator of the spirit, because amadlozi akho come and bring you messages to you. Kuhluka ngenhlelo noma indlela ophupha ngayo, whereby now we say, oh, Lord is gifted, oh no, lona unjani. So izinto, think of dreams as the mirror image that is served to your life. That is where you are able to reflect. You will dream of yourself. You'll dream of past events. You'll dream of repetitive dreams. You'll dream of things that don't make sense. But that's why I say sometimes learn to write dreams. Don't be lazy. Like we have diaries. Tiwa, we have diaries. Have a dream diary where you write everything osugi pupa, because you are able to say, oh, this dream is a continuation from that one or whatever. Even when you want your dreams interpreted, you're not speaking gibberish or walking around with something weighing on your spirit. And be happy umupupa, because amadlozi wako are literally giving you messages. But if you're not dreaming, don't be alarmed. There's nothing amadlozi have to say. Nabo, they have lives. They have things to do. They have people to see, you know. They want to go to their locations. They want to meet people. Mele bayothenga ama choice sorted. You know, unyago pedlile. Mele ba prepare nabo. So ungabi loyo muntu loyo or fagama or club or narrow minded or whatever the case might be, because like I said, I will hold your hand until uba right. Be patient with yourself. Don't fall to the pressures of the society, of what they've made our African spirituality to be. Instead of it being so fluid and so nice and so free, it is turned into a don't do this, do that. Don't do this, do that. If you do that, you will do it. Has turned to that, and I don't like it, because angna stress mina angithandi futhi stress. So now when you're gonna be stressed, how are you gonna enjoy into yenzayo? How are you gonna find passion in what you're doing? And sometimes if you don't know how to pray and you say, Gogo, I don't know how to pray, write pointers as into izinto that you want to pray about for that week. Let's say you pray every Sunday. Write what it is that you're praying about. But amongst your prayers, don't ungakhohlwa ukusho ukuthi ukhulekela umndeni wakho, ukhulekela impilo yakho, nezitha zakho zikhulekele sithando ukuthi singasheshi sishone phela. So that, you know, zizokwazi ukuphila, zize ngelinye ilanga zizocela ukuthi kuba uwe ozikho. Sometimes life is so weird. Umuntu akuzona their whole life, but maseka azoshona like, hey, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy. It is that. So pray, invest in prayer. It is very important that you do that. I am for that. I emphasize that. But teach yourself to that, even if sometimes unga thandazanga as such, but umungena engubeni umuzodonsa le cover yakho or you know wa iduvet or comforter or sheet, whatever it is olala ngayo, sifundisa ukubonga, because at that very moment there are people sleeping in the streets. You could have died yourself. There's so much that could have happened. You don't walk alone. Amadlozi akho with you. Sifundisa ukubonga. Ngiyabonga bogogo, ngiyabonga nani makhehla. Ngibonge nakuwe mdali ukuthi ngisaphila. Ngibonge nokuthi ngiphephile ngisekhaya. Ngiyabonga. And ulale. Umuvuka futhi before you leave the house or before you leave your bed. Ngiyabonga bogogo. I live to see another day. Ngiyabonga Camata. Ngiyabonga. Ngithemba ukuthi usuku la namhlanje ingathi ngahamba kahle konke kukhanye kube kuhle. Guide my footsteps, you know. I mean, imagine the beauty around that, you know. Umulele phambi kwesimathatha sakho ukuthi ngiyabonga. Nah, you are grateful for life. Be grateful for what you have. I kiss my son before I go to bed. I'm like, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful for my parents. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for everything. I think I'm the only one that still has both parents. And sometimes you overlook these things, but I'm grateful, you know. I have a very, you know, loving brother, supportive brother. You know, my brother is my best friend. You know, and I'm grateful for that. You know, I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for my gift. I'm grateful for the path that Amadlozi make me cross. I'm grateful for this channel. I'm grateful for you watching this video. I'm grateful for your time. I'm grateful for your ancestors. I'm grateful for them allowing you this opportunity to view this video. Gratitude goes a long way. I'm grateful for, you know, my skin. I'm grateful for my clothes. I'm grateful for the food that I'm eating. I'm grateful. Learn to be grateful. I'm grateful for this phone I'm using because it allows me to reach you wherever you are. You know, it's a device, yes, but it has allowed me, or rather given me the platform to expand or rather grow my channel. I'm grateful. So let us do that. Imsami yethu ingagcwala ama-cold drink namatshwala wonke kanti asinambulelo ngaphakathi kwethu. What are you celebrating if inside? And now umuzazi ukuthi unamabala noma kunala ungalungisanga khona. Learn to forgive yourself. Learn to also forgive others and learn to let go. Ungabamba amagqubu mntana Lucy. It is not a good side. It is not healthy. It doesn't help. Learn to forgive. Kuzoziphendulekela umuntu uyoza ku uma ngabe vele ukhuleka unedlozi ngempela noma uphila ngedlozi ngempela, umuntu uyoza ku acela ushwele ku or kusasa isitha sakho sifike ku sidinga usizo kuwe, ungamkhumbuzi. No, umenzi uyakhohlwa kodwa umenzi wakakhohlwa. Keep it moving. We are better ancestors. We are going to be better ancestors. Not to say ukuthi amadlozi uthaya better manje, no, but we are going to be a different level of ancestors. We are going to be, you know, so hyped up, you know. Tina mantana bethu umntana nje mawushona umshiya ne password yakho ya ku Instagram kuthi sala chubeka ngenani lakho olishila sala chubeka. That's the type of ancestors we are going to carry, you know. We are going to be, but it's a beautiful time to be alive. So let's take time to actually honor ourselves, honor the people that carry us, honor our parents, you know. And this festive season or this December, take time out to appreciate those that have been of influence in your life, that those that have played an important role, your family, your parents. Singabathandi kuphela abazali masebangekho noma umuntu eseshonile, we want to buy them this mink blanket, we want to do all these extravagant things. Do that while they can still say thank you, while they can still smile about it, because it's so painful doing something nice for your parent. Angaseko, you have to come to me. I have to connect to her so that I can let you know how she feels about it. It's just painful. So let's give each other time to heal, because we are all going through something, whatever it is. But go through this new month with responsibility, and don't look after your livers. Please look after your livers. I know we're gonna go exorbitant, especially on the alcohol side, but let's look after our livers. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I am at Mpho and don't forget to subscribe if you still haven't done so. But thank you so much for coming through and viewing this video. Thank you so much for coming through to view this video. I am Mpho. I'd like to say Togoza, Amaku, Khanya, Lesedi to each and every one of you, and walk with light, walk with love, and walk in abundance. I am Ugogo Nkomiyahlaba, Mpho, the advocate of Idlozi, and this is not goodbye, but I'll definitely see you later. Togo Zamtane Idlozi.